Hello students, so today let's start with fourth chapter of civics, that is growing up as boys and girls. Being a boy or a girl is an important part of one's identity. We proudly say that I am a boy, I am a girl, I am a male, I am a female. We are proud of our identity, right? The society we grow up in teaches us what kind of behavior is acceptable for girls and boys, what boys and girls can or cannot do. We often grow up thinking that these things are exactly the same everywhere. But do all societies look at boys and girls in the same way? We will try and answer these questions in this chapter. Like we always have learned that this is the way girls should behave, this is the way boys should behave, this is the way they should do various things. So these are the ways we have been taught since ages, and we feel that all these things are exactly the same everywhere. But do you really think that these things are same? So we will try to find out the answer of these questions in this chapter. We will also look at how the different roles assigned to boys and girls prepare them for the future roles as men and women. We will learn that most societies value men and women differently. The roles women play and the work they do are usually valued less than the roles men play and the work they do. This chapter will also examine how inequalities between men and women emerge in the area of the work. So these are the things that we are going to study. We have been taught since childhood that this is the way girls should do, or this is activities should be done by girls, this activities should be done by boys. And by doing these activities, we get prepared for our future roles. There are certain values or certain mindset because of which the roles women play and the work they do is valued less compared to men. So these are the things that we are going to study in the chapter. Growing up as Samau in 1920s. The Samau Islands are part of large group of small islands in the southern part of Pacific Ocean. In the 1920s, according to the research reports on Samau society, children did not go to school. They learned many things such as how to take care of children or do household work from older children and from adults. Fishing was a very important activity on the island. Young people therefore learned to undertake long fishing expeditions. But they learned these things at different points in their childhood. So this is the story about Samau Island that is situated in the Pacific Ocean. Now Samau Islands are part of large group of small islands. Small islands together form a large group. This story is of 1920s, and according to the research report, in 1920s children didn't go to school. They did not go to school. They learned many things like how to take care of children or do household work from older children and from adults. So these activities, fishing was very important at that time. They undertook these activities at different point of time. They learned these activities and during different times since their childhood. As soon as babies could walk, their mothers or other adults no longer looked after them. Older children, often as young as 5 years old, took over this responsibility. Both boys and girls looked after their younger siblings. But by the time a boy was about 9 years old, he joined older boys in learning outdoor jobs like fishing and planting coconuts. Girls had to continue looking after smaller children or do errands for adults till they were teenagers. But once they became teenagers, they had much more freedom. After the age of 14 or so, girls also went on fishing trips, worked in the plantations, learned how to weave baskets. Cooking was done in special cooking houses where boys were supposed to do most of the work while girls helped with the preparations. Now this is a story since their childhood. What they did, As long as babies could walk, as long as babies they started walking, their mothers left them, and then they were looked by the older children. Now older children were approximately 5 years old, and they looked after their younger brother or sister. Now both boys and girls, they looked after their younger siblings, but as soon as boy turned 9 years old, he joined older boys to learn outdoor activities like fishing and planting coconuts. But girls still continued to look after their smaller children, or they performed certain adult tasks till they were teenagers. Now as soon as girls became teenagers, they also got more freedom, and they were allowed to go on the fishing trips or work on the plantations, and they also learn how to weave baskets. Cooking was done in the special cooking houses. Now most of the things were done by men, or you can say boys. Girls just helped them with the preparations. So from this we can come to know, in our culture girls start learning cooking, girls cook, but here some culture, up to an extent the culture is different. So this is the picture of a boy who is in class 7, Samaunt child, in his school uniform. In what ways do the experiences of Samaunt children and teenagers differ from your own experiences of growing up? This is what you have to write answers and send me. Is there anything in this experience that you wish was part of your growing up? Now moving to, this is about Samaunt Island. Now growing up as a male in Madhya Pradesh in 1960s. So what was the story there? The following is adapted from an account of experiences of being in a small town in Madhya Pradesh in 1960s. So here they are sharing an experience. From class 6 onwards, boys and girls went to separate schools. 6th के बाद they went to separate schools, and the school was designed very differently from the boys' schools. They both had different schools. Girls' school was very different compared to boys. They had a central courtyard where they played in total seclusion and safety from the outside world. गर्ल्स का एकदम टोटल सेक्लूजन, सबसे अलग स्कूल था where वो लोग अकेले खेलते थे and they were away from the outside world. The boys' school had no such courtyard, and our playground was just a big space attached to the school. Every evening, once school was over, the boys watched as hundreds of schoolgirls crowded the narrow streets. As these girls walked on the streets, they looked so purposeful. This was unlike the boys, who used the streets as a place to stand around idling, to play, to try out tricks with their bicycles. For the girls, the street was simply a place to get straight home. The girls always went in groups, perhaps because they also carried fears of being teased or attacked. Like I said, girls की school seclusion में थी. बॉयज़ की स्कूल में दे डिडंट हैड सच कोर्टयार्ड. उनके पास सिर्फ स्कूल के पीछे एक खुला सा मैदान था. दैट वाज अ प्लेग्राउंड. एंड एवरी इवनिंग वंस द स्कूल वाज ओवर, दे वाज हंड्रेड्स ऑफ स्कूल गर्ल्स गोइंग होम, एंड दे थॉट द लाइफ ऑफ स्कूल गर्ल इज सो मच ऑफ पर्पसफुल. Unlike boys, girls use this street to go home directly. But boys, they used to stand there, they used to play, they used to try out the tricks with their bicycles on the streets. And most of the times they noticed that girls always went in groups. Perhaps they also carried, because they had fears in their mind that they might be teased or they might be attacked. So read this example, try to analyze the examples and write down the questions that are given to you in the blue box, and we will continue from this in the next class. Thank you.